just started sleeting. Damn. The universe is on my side. It's literally snowing. What the frick? That ain't rain. That's snow. Hello. Today we are back in the Vendora Arboretum, and the car park's just back there. And we're just walking towards the forest. I just came up here today because I was like, I don't know, what can I do? So I thought I'd just You always hear sounds. It's like, is that a car or is that the wind blowing trees? But anyhow, the radio's going crazy. No, it's just so I came up here planning to go for a walk, and it was going to be a sunny, warm day. I stop, I park, it starts snowing. Not snowing, but I look at this. Look at this stuff. That's sleet. It's at 4 degrees, I think. That's what the car was saying. And yeah, just gonna go have a look at the Arboretum. But it was also just a matter of one day I can look back on this. So hello, future me. Let's see wonder what your life's like. So I've recently these are different shoes to my normal ones, because my normal ones have been at the point where they're getting very old. Look at that. So the update for today is that I've got different shoes, and they're barefoot shoes, and I've kind of wanted to try these for years, bruh. Imagine if there's like a foot of snow up here by the time I get back. Anyway, I don't want to try shoes, and I've got these. I've been wearing them all the week, but I've realised that my feet have been getting quite sore, and I think it's because the way you walk in barefoot shoes is very different, because there's no arch support and no drop. Your feet aren't on any kind of angle there. Whatever the ground is, that's what you get, and you can feel the ground. And I think it's just a matter of it's been getting quite sore. Not sore, but I can feel it's the start of them getting sore. So I've been like, yesterday in the evening I went for a walk and I decided not to. Oh, that's actually snow. Nearly. I decided not to put proper these shoes on, because give my feet a break, and I looked it up and realised that you're meant to ease yourself into it. Look at that. Meant to ease yourself into it because it over a few weeks. So I'm wearing them now, but I've got my other shoes in the car. So if I get out later, I might put them on, give my feet a break. This is amazing. It's just, it's not that I'm surprised it's snowing. Like, it snows here. This place last time there were patches of snow along here. Probably right there, actually, I remember. But I wasn't expecting to come here and get some sleet. Or like rain at all, to be honest. But then, I don't know, that's something I need to do some research into, like mountain range. Is that in the favor? Like, I think I remember reading something about how these kind of places, when you're on the top of a hill, big range of tall hills, it's gonna get a lot of rain because of science. I cannot remember if last time that was chopped or it looks very freshly chopped, actually. It's been very freshly chopped. Just piles of dirt. Yeah. You see the tears in my eyes? I feel like this. That's because the snow stopped, the sleet. Hang on, let's make that a picture. The snow stopped, but I just realized, I was just like, was that, who knows what's going to happen in the weather like in the next 20 minutes, but there's bitches of sleep, patches of blue sky, and I just wasn't expecting that at all, that kind of weather. And it's just like I've come up here and like I'm always in the hopes that there'll be snow because I just love it. And it was just like, it's getting near the end of winter. I wasn't at all expecting that, and it's like the universe just went, here, here's a little slice of what I know you like. So that was like pretty special. I hope there's more, but I'm not going to complain if there isn't, because you just can't control things like that. And yeah. This is the shit. Hang on. Let's try something. Wow. It's just the aesthetics here. It's just so... Look at that. Wow. Look at that. No, it's just quiet. I feel like I'm moving the camera way too much. So that's like random thought. Nearly arrived at the Arboretum. It's really weird because we're in the middle of National Park. Not the middle, but we're in the middle of a national park. And then you just arrive here, and it's just a plantation, as in pine forest. And it's just the weirdest thing, like, not the weirdest, but like the coolest thing. Going from this scrubby bush to that. Like, you just don't expect it. Well, you do expect it because you know you're going here, but just a very strange mix. Not mixed. Very strange, a very welcome transition into a very clean, kind of nicely laid out because it's been planted, of course, but the colour shift, the shape and density. That's the thing in the Australian bush, you can see quite far in front of you sometimes. But in this kind of stuff, first layer of trees and you are blind. Blind as a cat, even though that's not the saying. Am I going crazy? I swear I heard a voice. I think I'm going crazy. What's this? No. Dude, that was scary. Maybe there's people here. There were no other cars, but people could always... There's another way you can get here, I think. You hike down from the dam. Was there people? No. Maybe. Who knows? All we can know for sure is that... Look at that. Yeah. One hell of a cool transition. Forest. I would love one day to bring my little cooker or pizza oven here and have a little pizza party in the middle of nowhere. In the middle of a forest. In the middle of a forest. Oh, here we go. This is the first tree we are coming across. Francis. I was going to call him Francis Excelsior. I think that's the second word's right though. Very big tree. Europe, Asia Minor and Africa to import timber tree in Europe. Wow. I love this. And now I can rewatch this one day. Just look at like the moss at the bottom. That is, as you know, that is my shit right there, bro. Look at that. Look at this stuff. Wow. Whoa. There's a lot of people. It's kind of crazy, like going places and just thinking all the things that have happened here. There would have been times in the past where there were hundreds of people, not hundreds, maybe hundreds, who knows, of people walking around here. Or when it was planted, there would have been hundreds of people walking around here, probably. not 100, but a fair few. They had to clear the trees and then chop it all down. Oh, that's the same thing. And then, yeah. Can that snake come back? Wow. It's very dark. It's so interesting seeing the size, like, look at the size of that thing. Oh, but they get bigger. They get bigger. These are just the ones that didn't work out. There's one kind which we'll get onto if I find it, if I can be bothered. Which is the tree that is used all over Australia now. Follow the track for a bit. I love this. This is me. The air is, my fingers are getting a bit, I didn't expect it to be this cold. Like I packed for it, but I didn't pack my gloves. But like I'm not struggling. I can put them in my pockets if I need to, but and my fingers are like wrapped around the phone like this at the moment because they can't really grab. They're not frozen, but hence what. They're getting closer to being there. It was just a lot cooler up here than I was expecting, and I'm very, very glad about that because I didn't. Yeah, because I wanted the cold. There's still winter out there. You just gotta go find it. Wow. Wow, look at that. Just the density of all the stuff up there. That's so cool. Just a random seat here. Imagine like that, looking all the way down onto this on like a really frosty, foggy morning, or like just after a snowfall. Imagine just sitting down here. Oh, right now, holy guacamole, it's just that. It's that good actually. My seat's a bit wet, but it's okay. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna come here in autumn. I'm so excited for that. Wow. I see that some of the trees, like these ones, just haven't grown quite as well as the much bigger trees next door. Like, forget the fact that there's just not much foliage, because that's maybe a seasonal thing, but just the size of them. And they just aren't really dominating the area like the other trees are. Because these were planted 80 years ago nearly. So these trees are 80 years old, but they just haven't really grown. It just shows why this place exists, to work out which trees will grow well. Clearly not these ones, but they're freaking cool. Look at all that. Get up in that stuff. That is so cool. Wow. Yeah. Well, beep. Another very nice seat. Very nice spot to set a little cooker and cook some food. Another very nice spot to just be right here, right now, in this moment. Hello. This next part ahead of here looks, I don't know if I could say promising. Wow, look at the colour in autumn. I dare come here in autumn. This would be spectacular. Even in spring when this starts blooming properly, pretty amazing. So yeah, just keep coming here. I'll just keep coming. And now we approach the iconic picnic tables from the pictures at the trailhead. Wow. What a spot. What a spot indeed. Wow. I forget. Wow. It's also just started sleeting again. Not sure if you can see very well. Yeah, sleet. Not quite rain, not quite snow. But somewhere in between. But it pretty much instantly turns to snow, rain, water. Wow. Wow. Standing up on here because I can. Look at that. That's actual snow at this point. And we're starting to catch it. Caught in a storm. Not a storm, but there's snow. I turn to a child when there's snow. I'm always a child, but that's like extra so. Oh, it's just falling so elegantly. Look how beautiful that is. It's actually starting to properly I'm catching like proper things of snow. Wow. I'm actually just standing in snow right now. Wow. It's just getting heavier and heavier by the second. And it is actually starting to, it's not going to like build up or anything in this short of time, but look at that. That can't be real. That actually can't be real. Like, I'm just seeing it with my eyes right now. The snow. That is awesome. On my arm, look at all that. Okay, well, I'm just gonna... I can't stop filming it. Look at it all. Look at that. It just keeps getting heavier. It's actually snowing. It's snowing. It's actually snowing, dude. I can't stop, nerding out on snow. Look at my arm. Look at it all. Wow. That is just spectacular. It is just so nice looking. Holy shit! It's building up on the ground a little bit as well. Look at it all. Okay, it's actually getting quite heavy and it's like getting in my eyes a bit. I might get this guy out of the snow. Okay, I'm gonna enjoy this for a bit. It's actually building up. It's actually building up on things. It's building up. Like, this isn't just false snow. Like, look at that. It's becoming snow. Like, the universe is. What are you doing, universe? Look at all that. It only just keeps getting heavier and heavier. Like, how heavy is this gonna get? It is building up. And it's getting heavier. I'm gonna turn into a snowman at this rate. Look at me. Oh my goodness. This can't be real. This actually can't be real. This has to be a fever dream. Whatever that means. That is awesome. That is so cool. Get off. No, stay on actually, but I don't want to get too cold and wet. I was not expecting that. Hasn't it stopped? I'm just under the trees. This is the path that I was just walking in on. It was not like this when I even started filming. And now it's like a winter wonderland out of absolutely nowhere. What the frick? Look at this. What the heck? This is awesome. Holy shit. Where did this come from? What the heck? My hands are getting really cold. Not really cold, but... So I'm just like trying to get back to the car to get it going and then just suss out how much more is to come. Because there's reception up there. I did not plan to have snow all over my beanie on the walk back and be shivering and that the ground's covered in snow. What a freaking... Thank you, universe, but no. Little did I know when I was walking past this on the way in that those tiny few little specks would turn into a full-on, not full-on winter wonderland, but where this, I was not expecting this to happen again this year. At this... Just look at that. Look at that. It's kind of, the snow's eased down for now. I hope it... Well, there were blue skies half an hour ago, no, an hour ago, if that. I just was not expecting that. We're nearly back at the car, so the phone's actually running quite low on battery. So, well, hopefully the car starts in this weather. I'm in a bit of a state of shock that that happened. Nearly back at the car, so I'm gonna go in. Oh, no. I'm just so glad I filmed this and I can look back on this and when I'm 100 years old or whatever and go, remember that time I went up to the hills and I thought it'd snow, it was the logo. Come back and look at it and go, remember that time I went up just for an afternoon drive and then it started snowing. Yeah. I just was not expecting that in the slightest. Okay. It's kind of evolved a bit. There's been a, not, it's a light still, but I just was not expecting this today. I really am loving doing this for the sake of it. There's a car going past. It's so much fun just like... I didn't plan to see snow today. So... yeah. Wow! This is something to remember one day, Samuel. So, yeah.